Hello everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. This is Aviation 04, and today we have the brand new Gemini Jets July 2020 releases. And as you can see, they're pretty good. From what you can tell from now, they're not bad. So we'll just get straight into it with this Aeroflot A350-900 in the new livery. Registration is Victor Golf Bravo Foxtrot Yankee. This is in the new livery, and I believe Aeroflot got them I think they got them last month or something, I'm not sure. But here's a nice one. I'm pretty sure this is a re-release, but it's the American 787-8. Again, plain simple livery, very nice. That's one thing I think Gemini has kind of realized. People like the plain and simple liveries, which is really nice because I like the plain and simple liveries. Special liveries, I mean, they're okay if you have a hub for that airline, but if you do something like the honoring those who serve and you have a Seattle hub, that's nice. But if you have, I don't know, if you just do an airport that Alaska doesn't really serve that much, it's sometimes unrealistic. But that's nice. Moving on, we have the Bamboo Airways 787-9. NG Models just did it last month for their June releases, so I would recommend picking theirs up because it's a very nice model. Next up is the British Airways 787-10. NG Models also did this. I can't remember when. I think it was January. So if you can still find that, I would recommend picking that up too. Gemini Jets' mold is really nice, but NG Models is also really nice, and I prefer theirs a little bit more, but it's a very nice release. Again, both simple liveries. Haven't gotten a special livery so far, but that's going to change in a little bit. Next up, Delta A321. So happy they released this. Plain simple livery. Thank you. They haven't done this for 4 years. I think 4 years now. Unfortunately, Delta operates CFM engines, so unless Gemini adjusted their mold and made the CFM engine smaller, because this, as you can see, this is a CGI image. You're only able to tell when they do the pictures. So I am gonna pick this up. I am gonna pick this up. But I don't. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure. Depending on how big the engines are, I probably will. I probably will anyways, just because it never hurts to have a Delta A321 at Orlando. But plain and simple, I have the Thank You livery by Aero Classics. That's very nice. Those CFM engines are perfect. So, again, a very nice model. And then next up, we have a Gulf Air 787-9. I thought it was a -9. And this is in the 70th anniversary livery. It's actually a really nice model, quite nice. If I bought models because of the looks, I would definitely pick this up. So, yeah, very nice release. And then one everyone has been looking forward to for a long time, the Lufthansa A350-900. People have wanted this for so long now, and it's been on the future releases for about a year, so it's really nice that Gemini finally released it. I know Aviation 400, they did the old livery, Lufthansa A350, but I'm so happy they released this for you guys. I don't need it unless they start flying the A350 to Orlando, which they could. Lufthansa has actually suspended service, or not suspended, they just haven't been flying. So if they, before the pandemic though, they did fly the 747-400. So I don't know if they'll switch to the Dash 8 or if they'll go maybe the A330 or the A350. So I'm just gonna hold off on buying this, but if I bought models based on the look, definitely would pick this one up. So that's so good that they finally released it. I know everyone has been interested in that. Next up, we have the Polar Air Cargo 747-8. I'm kind of tempted to get it. See, I'm kind of stuck here. Actually, I probably won't get it. Never mind. I was thinking Khalida Air, but Khalida Air, I think they're a subsidiary of DHL, but because that's what Polar is. They're a subsidiary of DHL. But this is in the doors open and closed configuration. Again, very nice. I wonder if they'll do a UPS 747-8 with the open doors on closed configuration. That'd be cool to see. But yeah, so I know these fly to Chicago, New York, JFK, LAX, a lot of those big areas. We received the Khalida 747 to LAX. So if they were to make a model of that, definitely would pick that up. Next up, we have, oh boy, the SAS A320neo. So it's in the new livery. New livery is beautiful, but again, it's a neo, so the engines will be very low to the ground unless they actually adjusted them, which I really hope they did. And in the picture, it looks like the wing is above the fuselage, so really hope that's not the case in the real model. Hope that's just because of the picture. And then finally, for 1 to 400, this is one I'm definitely gonna pick up. The United 767-300 in the new livery. So before the pandemic, they used to fly these between Orlando and Newark, and then Orlando and Newark and Chicago in Orlando. Occasionally Denver, but that was very rare. And occasionally they did a Houston a couple times, but that was with the 764. But they have used the 763 quite a bit, and it is a beautiful livery, so I probably will pick it up. Even though as of now it's not that realistic. 767 mold is amazing. The American the American 767 that they just did looks fantastic, so that's really good to see. So that's the 1 to 400. As I said, I'll probably pick up the Delta A321 and the United 767 rather. Maybe the American 787 if they start flying it for some reason to Orlando, but that's probably, I doubt I'm gonna get that. Anyways, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 1 to 400 releases, so way better than their originally they had last month. They had 8 releases, so they kind of cut down on them. Speaking of which, none of them actually sold out. I don't know if any of you have seen the Alaska wings, but they're worse than they're still kind of bad. They're worse than the United, which is really sad to see. The American's beautiful. They nailed the 767s. Unfortunately, the Northwest has disproportional engines still, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, we have 9 1 to 200 releases, so seems like a couple retro. Actually, there were no retros in here, which is interesting. A lot of 787s. Yeah, I mean, I guess the most retro, if you were to even say that, would be the United 767, but I wouldn't call that a retro. So that was actually nice to see. Well, I guess the Gulf Air retro livery, but anyways. 1 to 200 now, we have the Aeromexico DC-9. Very nice livery if you're a 1 to 200 collector. If I had the money, I would definitely pick that up. I'm pretty sure it's chrome too, which, unless it's just gray, but, we have the Air Canada E175, and in the new livery, they did this in 1 to 400, in October, yeah, so, finally did it in 1 to 200. The British Airways 787-10, I think it's the same registration as, Golf Zulu Bravo Lima Alpha. Next is the Interjet A321neo. They did this in 1 to 400, maybe January. I don't remember. The TAP A310. Nothing too special about that. And then the United 727 in obviously the retro livery, the friendship livery. So that's a cool livery. I love that livery. Next is one that I hope they do in 1 to 400 next. The United 777-300ER in the new livery. I will pick that up too because I'm not sure if some of you are aware, but before the pandemic, on those high demand routes, they actually flew a ton of United wide bodies to Orlando, which was awesome, and I was about to pick a ton of them up, but then the new livery came out, so I'm kind of glad that I stopped myself. But yeah, so definitely gonna pick up the 777-300ER if and only if it comes out in 1 to 400, because I'm not gonna spend $145. And that's what I forgot. The prices this time are steep. Cheapest one, the narrow body, $45. It's crazy. But next we have the Vietnam 787-10. Again, plain and simple. And then finally, we have the Volaris A321neo. So that's actually a really nice plane. I really like it. So yeah, that's it for the releases. They're pretty good in 1 to 400 at least. Definitely am gonna get the Delta A321 and the United 767. But yeah, I think that'll do it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are gonna get. 13 minutes, wow. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, and goodbye.